What's up, awkward people? It's me, Primitiva, and welcome to this week's video. So, my hair is wet because I just took a shower even though it's 3 o'clock because I woke up at 1 and I realized summer's almost halfway over. Like, literally halfway over, and I'm, like, not okay because, like, and this lighting is just not working. My face looks all bright. But whatever, I don't care. I'm gonna film a video anyway. So let's get this started. So this week's theme is Roots Week. So yeah, so we don't mean like the roots, like an actual root. We mean like our roots. And like, yeah, so I'm gonna talk about my roots. So let's get this started. So as some of you may know, I am Colombian. I was born and raised there, and I moved here when I was 6, and all my family's from Colombia, and like, I mean all my family, except my mom. She was born here, but she was still raised partly in Colombia, and my grandparents are from Colombia, and everybody's from Colombia, and I have a really, really big family, and I'm talking enormous. My grandmother on my dad's side had 13 kids. Like 13 kids, which means we have a ton of cousins, ton of aunts, tons of uncles, but she also had a bunch of kids of her. She was also like she had a bunch of brothers and sisters. So we're an enormous family, and we have people literally all over the place. Like, I have cousins from Brazil and just everywhere. It's crazy. There's a lot of us. And my dad loves to tell the story of when he was younger, because I have a really rare last name. It's Boisaquillo, and not many people have that last name. It's, oh, I'm sorry, I can't, this lighting is so bad. Does that make it better? I'll just hold my hand here. You can't see, but my hand's right here. Okay, so Boisaquillo is an indigenous last name from my grandfather's side, and so there really wasn't many Boisaquillos, like where they lived. So they'd always go through the phone book, and if they ever found anyone whose name was Boisaquillo, they would always call them up, and it'd end up to be some sort of uncle or aunt or cousin or something. And I think that's kind of really cool that there's not many people with my last name, and it's just unique and stuff. And yeah, that's cool. And yeah, I was born in the coast of Colombia, Santa Marta, and I was born in La Sierra Nevada de Santa Marta, which are these mountains, because Colombia is a very mountainy country. And yeah, and there's waterfalls, and it's gorgeous and amazing. And a lot of indigenous people live up in those mountains because Colombia has a very high indigenous people population in the coast, just a lot because of all the mountains, but just a lot in general. And yeah, that's where I grew up. I grew up in the mountains, in the wilderness, climbing trees 24/7 because I was just that person. And yeah, so those are kind of my roots. Like, my grandmother, both of them are very strong, amazing women that I love truly. And my dad's grandmother, I mean my dad's mom, I think it's amazing that she raised 13 kids. Like, damn, that's a lot to raise. And yeah, to take care of all of them, like, that's just amazing. And on my mom's side, just like all her family is just like my great-grandmother, my great-grandfather, my grandmother's father. He lived to be super old, and like, he was a really strong, amazing man. Like, this guy was literally the most incredible person ever. He had went through so many illnesses and like so much stuff, yet he lived through it like amazing. He was in a wheelchair when he got hit by a car, and he still lived through that. Like, that's just incredible. And my phone just went off to ruin the entire thing. Okay, so to finish off this video of me just talking about random things about my family and the beautiful country that is Colombia, I am going to, the phone is ringing. Okay. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but the phone is ringing, and it's really freaking annoying. And yeah, that's great. Great. Okay, so before I end this video of talking about my family and all that random stuff, I'm going to sing you guys a tiny song. Oh, well, not the entire song, just a tiny bit of a song that I kind of grew up hearing. And then I'll kind of tell you what it says. El pescador, pescador habla con la luna. El pescador habla con la playa. El pescador no tiene fortuna, solo su atarraya. El pescador habla con la luna. El pescador habla con la playa. El pescador no tiene fortuna, solo su atarraya. So that song is El Pescador, which means the fisherman. And in where I grew up anyway, we have a lot of fishermen because we're right next to a big ocean. So there's going to be fishermen. And fun fact, my middle name is of the sea, Primitiva del Mar, because I was born really close to the ocean and I've always loved the ocean. But yeah, we have a lot of fishermen in Colombia. It's just a thing that if you live near the coast, you're going to end up doing because it's kind of the easiest job to get in a way. Like a lot of poor people do it because it's like a lot of people are fishermen. And so the song is El Pescador, the fisherman, and it pretty much goes, the fisherman talks to the moon, the fisherman, el pescador habla con la luna, el pescador habla con la playa, which means the fisherman talks to the moon, the fisherman talks to the beach. And then el pescador no tiene fortuna, solo su atarraya. The fisherman doesn't have a lot of wealth, but he at least has his net, the net what they throw into the water to pull the fish back in. So yeah, that's a song, and I grew up hearing that song pretty much my entire life. And that kind of music is called cumbia, something that Colombia is very much known for, music-wise and stuff. And my parents played it all the time to me, and just a bunch of cumbia that I always grew up hearing and always grew up with the sound of music. And I think that's why I'm such a musical person, is I always grew up with music. That was always one of the biggest parts of my childhood, was music. So I'm done. I'm sorry about the lighting. I'm sorry about this not being a very put together video, just kind of me rambling about things about my family, kind of. Yeah, so I love you guys, and I will see you next week. Make sure to check out my social media links below, my personal YouTube channel. Make sure to watch Destiny's video tomorrow and Carter on Friday. And also, we're still looking for more girls. I know we say this almost every single week, but we need you guys. And we're also almost gonna hit 50 subscribers, which is awesome. We're like at 43, 45, something like that. And yeah, that's pretty cool. So subscribe, get your friends to subscribe, share our channel, because yeah, we want this community to grow. So do it. Love you guys, and I will see you next week. Bye.